But the simple solution here for those people that dig, you're probably playing it off of that back foot. And I'm going to recommend playing it more middle in your stance. Okay, more middle in the stance. Didn't take as much grass there. Or even play with putting it a little bit forward in your stance. Okay, once again, that's going to shallow out the divot. We'll play that one sort of off the front heel there. And there you go. Didn't take a lot of grass on that one either. Okay. Now, once again, I'm using my sand wedge, and I think this is a better club to practice these shots with. You know, even if you're doing what I'm doing right now and sort of going past the pin with the club, you know, then we can start playing with that stance. We can start playing with the length of the club to make it longer or shorter. If I grip down on this club, it should go less if I take it back the same distance back and through. If I am further out and take that same length of motion there, it probably goes a little bit further just because of the length of the club. So that's one way we can control the distance. You know, another way, less reliable, you know, for a pitch shot, but we can also open the blade or close the blade, right? We can open the blade to add a little bit of loft. Still an arm swing where we're going forward. That's probably a little bit higher, right? And land a little bit softer there. It's actually a pretty good shot there for that, right? Or, you know, I can also, you know, close that face a little bit to create a little bit lower trajectory if I need to. Okay, so I was watching a video of Padraig Harrington, and I agree completely. I should never hear anybody say around here that they were in between clubs, right? Because there's several ways to adjust. As we mentioned before, there's ways to adjust by gripping down, making the arc smaller, or gripping up. We're going to talk a little bit about length of motion is another way to control it. We could talk about stance width as another way to control it, right? So there's several ways to make things go a little bit farther, a little bit shorter. And the more you play with them, the more you'll get comfortable with each given shot, okay? So with that being said, with this 54, let's try to control it a little bit. And we're going to talk about the different distances that we take it back, okay? With pitch shots, most of us are going to take it back and have like one, maybe two different places that we can stop that club at and work through the golf ball, okay? This is almost a feel versus real thing. Like if I say I'm taking it half back, I don't know, that might not be half. That's way past half, right? That's closer to full right there. So some people feel like this is half. All right, well, if you're stopping there and going through, you're gonna get a little bit of a result. Now, can you make another spot that's a little bit lower than that? Maybe a 1/3 through, okay? Your job is to play with those different lengths back and maybe forward to see what shots and what distances you can kind of hit well, all right? So we're gonna focus in on this closer one that's about 40 yards, I think, 45 yards. Keep it on that front foot there. But we're going to take it about half in our mind. Right, we'll go about half back, half forward. And that was a pretty good distance. Hit the pin. Oh, it hit the pin. Good shot. So that was a pretty good distance for me. Okay. And once again, that trajectory, we're trying to keep it like, 30 to 40 feet. We don't want it to balloon up because then it becomes less reliable. Okay. So same exact thing. We like that distance, so we're going to try that same exact distance and see if the result is the same. Yep, pretty good. That one went a little bit farther. Okay. All right, so we like that length of motion. Now, once again, how can I soften that blow a little bit more? Let's open the blade a little bit. So this would be square. I'm going to open it up a little bit. Maybe bring my feet a little closer together, but the same distance going back. And that was a little softer, landed short of the hole, and then kind of trickled past it there. Okay? So let's try it again. Now, on this one, I'm going to do the same thing, open the blade a little bit, but now I'm going to try to have it land a little bit shorter, like around the 38-yard mark, which means I'm thinking about being even shorter. Not the half, but I'm going to try to be a little shorter here. So again, there's no right or wrong here. It's just practice and you playing with your mind to figure out these distances. Okay, so shorter and through. Sit. So that was a little bit better, a little softer shot there. Okay, now those were all 54s, my sand wedge. Now let's bring that 60 back over. And once again, guys, I don't care if you use your 60, but I think around, when we practice, we should probably use more of that 54. Because I really key into what better players say more than what good instructors say.